Good morning, sir. Thank you for your time. The feedback about the system and your views on Industry 4.0 from the manufacturing business owner's point of view. Welcome. My first question would be what are the overall challenges in the manufacturing business today, especially considering SMEs?
I think one of the big challenges for SMEs is the fact that to remain profitable and viable, they have to maintain a very high level of productivity and OEE. And this high efficiency level is what allows them to remain viable, because normally the MSMEs are in the lower end of the supply chain, and obviously their margins are very slim. So such kind of tools that help them not only track but boost productivity are very essential to them.
Right. Okay. So there is this buzzword about Industry 4.0, and many people are willing to use it. So what is your view on I4 or Industry 4 technology for from the MSME's perspective?
Okay.
What is the weightage it has?
So, for me, I'm a little not a fan of buzzwords. I see it more under the umbrella of digital transformation and digitization. So I think any business has to be on a path of digital transformation and digitization of its operations and processes. And I think Industry 4.0 or IIoT, all of these are kind of buzzwords talking about the same thing with respect to primarily manufacturing industry.
Okay. Yeah. So what would be the basic expectations from a business owner's point of view from this technology?
Building on what I just said, it is like a digitization of operations and processes. So the idea is that you're getting system generated data and reports, right? The importance of that is that the reports are accurate. There is a high degree of veracity of those reports. It's live. You're not waiting for people to come back to you, by the end of the day or end of the week or end of the month. And then obviously, because there is a data, there is a further kind of analysis and insights that one expects coming out of this.
Yeah, and your team has been using it since last more than a year, and so how is it helping you? How has it taken load off you compared to the previous situation?
Yeah, so the team has been benefiting from all of these things that I mentioned earlier. For me specifically, I run multiple businesses, and I have always been a bit hands-off with respect to the manufacturing business and the factory. But this has allowed me to do it, I would say, kind of with more certainty and confidence. So that if I'm remotely monitoring operational parameters at the factory level, I'm a lot more confident because of this system. It allows me to get a high level kind of eagle's view of the business, as well as provides me the ability to kind of drill down into a very granular level, right up to a machine or one operator, one shift level. So, this definitely is very interesting for me.
Thank you. And now during this COVID and what do you think, how the things are going to change post-COVID? Specifically, now we are almost at the end of the pandemic.
Sure. Sure. I believe that there is now an even more urgent and important need for such a solution. I think just due to the exigency of work from home and remote working brought about by the COVID-19 situation. Aside from this, I also believe that travel will be curtailed for a long time, and people who have multiple businesses or multiple locations will also benefit tremendously from such type of systems. So my own view is that people should be looking at such solutions even more aggressively and urgently post the COVID-19 situation.
And last couple of questions, so quickly. When we roam around in the market, we see that people are having a lot of different expectations at different levels. So how would you give them some guidelines on how to choose a solution than looking for everything in one solution? So what would be your take on that? How to choose a solution for this sort of?
People have to realize that industry 4.0 solutions such as Curera, these are just one of the layers in the technology stack. So, I would advise people that first of all, you need to start the journey of digital transformation and digitization. There are many layers to it. We are already using some layers, right? People would definitely be using a basic accounting software. Larger companies would be using some sorts of ERP system. So there are many layers. So the way I look at this is that you have to look at Curera sort of systems as another layer in this, and an important layer now. And we cannot expect all solutions from any one layer, right? Because they are for different target audience, different stakeholders. So you must view that and really understand and visualize this for yourself.
Right. Okay. And it's the last question. So now, during this pandemic, we've seen, the whole global business is kind of bit shattered, and everybody's thinking of decentralization, and so we are talking about Atmanirbharta. So how would you suggest SMEs to use the technology and go towards quite independent sort of entity, or how can they
Yeah,
empower
so
the
see,
people?
I am a firm believer and advocate for Atmanirbharta, Make in India. These are all, Atmanirbharta is a new word, but Make in India has been there for a few years. And I think this is a vital time for India to really, take the center stage and become an important player in the global supply chain. So there's a great opportunity to do that, as well as I think that we will be able to do it. As far as SMEs go, they need to have the self-confidence,
Yeah.
right? Government is laying out a lot of policies and playing an assistive role. But I think until we as SMEs, realize and have the confidence that yes, we can do it, we can become an important part of the global supply chain, have global quality. This is very important. Just wishing for it to happen and it won't happen. We ourselves need to play our role, assisted by government and many other stakeholders. But I think it's vital, and digitization is really an important key to this. And even SMEs, normally have the tendency to think that, oh, this is beyond us, or we don't have the funds. I disagree. I always firmly believe, and my own experience shows, that digital tools and technology is one of the cheapest things to adopt. Now, for example, the Curera system is a SaaS-based model. We don't have to invest anything in it. But companies have to realize this, be more forward-looking, and understand that we ourselves can be small in size, but still be world-class in terms of technology as well as quality. We think of world-class only talking about quality, but I think it can be technology. Because, one thing I definitely believe is that people tend to underestimate the impact of tech disruption and overestimate the time required for this to happen. Right? They think, oh, this is something 10 years down the line, but it's going to happen much faster than you think.
Right.
And then you underestimate the impact. When it happens, you need to be there and not then trying to scramble and catch up.
Right.
So that's kind of my view on this.
Okay, so it was, thank you for your time. It was really nice to discuss all these various points which were always in our around us, and we were, looking for a matured view on this whole situation. So thank you for your time, and we look
Thanks a lot.
forward to work with you. Yes, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.